What's the project you're most proud of and why?
Do you know, like, my memory on projects is so bad. Like, as in, like, in the moment, it's amazing. But as soon as you're done, I feel like it's done, it's over. It's like the memory just blocks it out. And just looking back professionally, I find really tough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember when my brother, obviously, is a founder, and this guy I used to work with, who was a founder as well, really impressive founder. I remember I used to ask him all the time of like, tell me everything, like,
Mm-hmm.
tell me like the whole journey. I want to know it all.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like, oh, like, this happened and then got a bit lucky and like, yeah, that was kind of it. And I'm like, that's such a weak answer. I need the whole thing. And like, I guess when we started, I kind of get it a bit more. Like, I think you're so focused on the future, it's really hard to like look back and remember.
Mm-hmm.
So project like most proud of, I don't know. I think it's more proud of different things like, we just finished a project where it's repeat business. It's like my third project with this individual over the last decade. That's something to be proud of. It means they trust you, they like you, you've done a great job, that makes me really proud. The 360 projects, which is like when you find it and we design and build it, they make me proud because it shows the business model like works and the niche is good. Like the clients will say how simple the process is and how it's worked really, really well. And, we save them money, time, and they have a great journey. And that all makes me really, really proud. I suppose when people say they like the brand and stuff, like that makes me proud too,
Yeah.
because, that was our concept, our idea. And I think you said earlier about our corporate industry. I think ours is different. So, it's a bit of a risk, like not having just two names or, you know,
Yeah.
something a bit more generic. So, yeah, I mean, the whole thing with soul obviously is like putting your heart and soul. It's a more personality driven business as opposed to like, property business. Like we're dealing with people and we're trying to give people the best advice and give them the best things. And I think when people get that and like it, that makes me proud. So sorry, no project specifically, just things that happen make me a little bit proud, really.
No, I kind of agree. I mean, I would say the 360 projects mean a lot to me. The reason being is that, we started this business because we wanted to be relationship driven.
Yeah.
That our world is very transactional. But also, I feel like people are being overcharged a lot
Mm-hmm.
in certain areas. And actually, where we're saying, hey, if you do the design and build with us, we'll only charge you a 5% fee
Yeah.
to find the space, which is 50% less than everyone else. And actually, we'll be tighter on our margins. And when I look at the clients, I'm sorry if I'm getting too technical, when I look at their, net effective rent and I'm going, you're paying 20-30% less than everybody else, and your office space is bespoke and it's better. That for me, I'm we're doing we're doing something really good in our
Yeah.
industry, and
I love that.
that's what makes me proud. I'm like, we're saving the clients money, we're giving them a better office, we're giving them a better product. The service is, it's me and you putting our heart and soul into it, and the team are all so dedicated to the business and to the clients.
Yeah.
That's what I look at and go, do you know what, those are the things that are making me really proud. And I'm trying to get everyone to go, hey, look, you should do it this way
Yeah.
because you're going to save money. You don't need to be overcharged for an office that doesn't probably suit you.
That's the hardest thing, isn't it? Like, how do you get the message of what we're doing into to the right people at the right time?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the magic source of like, the next step. Because I think you're right. Like, I think you guys do an amazing job at finding people office space. We do an amazing job at design and build. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're more cost effective. We're more open minded. Like all of the above. I suppose it's just how do you get that in front of potential clients at the right time. That's the hardest piece of what we do, I
Yeah,
guess.
absolutely.
So, anyone's got any tips? That'd be great. If anyone's watching this, you
Yeah,
can send us through a playbook. That'd be awesome.
that would be
Um,
when did you feel like we had a real company?
um,
I'm still not sure,
yeah,
No,
don't know. I think I don't know. The only thing that comes to mind is like having a certain amount of money in the bank.
mm-hmm.
I don't know whether that's like that's a good or bad answer, but I think
No, no, I think that makes sense. I mean, when we were scrapping and thinking, oh my God, we haven't been paid on projects, and
mm,
do we have to take a loan just to pay staff? 6 months later after that, and be like, oh wait, we've got cash flow now, and
yeah,
suddenly we're, everything's a little bit easier, and things are happening. Deals are happening, projects are happening. I think it makes a big difference.
yeah,
So for me as well, I remember we had a project maybe like year two, and
yeah,
they were like, "Oh, you were the best. We would want to use you, but you don't have the accounts." And I
mm,
thought, "Oh, that's such a shitter."
yeah.
Like,
Should have
to
said that before you asked us to
well,
pitch.
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But now, that was in year two, and I think I
Mm,
can confidently say, now in year five, year six, that wouldn't be a problem, and
yeah,
we would win that project now. So it's nice to, I suppose now we're probably in a realm where we can go and we just wouldn't have those issues, I suppose.
no, for sure, for sure. I mean, I guess now we do feel like a real company. I suppose maybe when you start having employees,
Hmm.
and you start thinking like, oh man, like I want that person to do well, and
Yeah.
like we have to make sure they get paid on time, and maybe that. Um, but yeah, it definitely an interesting one. I suppose like what milestone meant more than you expected. Again,
Hmm.
like it's really tough to look back. So I'm
Hmm.
gonna see if you want to answer that one, really.
Well, I don't know. Again, I think it just comes down to financials. It's like, we've got X amount in the business. We
Yeah.
can afford to take the team out for a nice lunch,
Mm-hmm.
and I think hitting projects of certain sizes. Suddenly,
Mm-hmm.
we're doing fit out projects for larger, established businesses, well known businesses.
Yeah.
We're talking big names in some cases, and really renowned names. And I suppose suddenly you think, oh, okay, like, if they're willing to work with us, then surely that means that we can go and knock on the door of other very renowned businesses, and start
Yeah.
picking up businesses in other places, I
True.
suppose.
I suppose on design and build, like doing £1 million project last year was a great milestone.
Hmm.
It takes away the fear factor. I think it diversifies us from being looked at as like small works.
Hmm.
And like I think, I love doing small works. Like I am awesome at these like, 80 grand to 300 grand stuff. Like
Hmm.
I love them. I'm good at them. It's my bread and butter.
Mm.
I enjoy them. They make me smile. Like, I just love
You
them. Like,
smile.
yeah, I
What?
do
No.
smile at them. I'm like, I love this. We're meeting one today and I'm really excited to meet them. And like, I just really love those projects. But I think
Hmm.
maybe doing the £1 million to the market maybe makes us seem, like we're not as pigeonholed.
Hmm.
So maybe that's a big milestone for us. Maybe
Hmm.
in hindsight or a few years time we'll look back and think, oh, it was great to do that first one because it opened up other doors,
Hmm.
which probably has already a little bit, with opportunities that are coming our way. But yeah, I think that's probably for the D&B.
Hmm.
What about for the office search? Any milestone jobs?
Do you know, I struggle to um I struggle to ever feel successful.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to take stock and go, oh, actually, what we've done is really good.
Mm-hmm.
But there's never been a milestone go, oh, okay, that's the turning point, or this is a huge point in the business. I think it's just, it's a constant battle, it's a constant churn. I think anyone that says otherwise is probably lying.
Yeah.
I think it's just constant. So I've never felt like, oh, this is a huge milestone, but what I have felt is
Mm.
proud at moments, and taken stock and go, actually, this year's been amazing, or actually you worked really hard on that and you got your reward.
Yeah.
And there's been plenty of, like, I've worked really hard and got nothing out of it. But I think it's just a constant reminder that you just have to keep going, do more.
Yeah.
But per se, any milestone, look, 5 years, it's massive, right?
True. 5 years is a good milestone.
We still haven't had our party. We need to
Yeah.
we need to get that arranged.
Think about that for sure.
But yeah, 5 star. We 5 years. We should be proud. And a
Yeah.
hundred 5 star Google reviews. Funny,
Yeah.
funny. Remember we had for a short spell we had someone to come in and help us with some of the marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And on the day two, she was like, "Oh, I think we need to try and get some more realistic reviews on Google Review." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "It's a bit unrealistic having that many 5 star reviews." I was like, but they're all real. And she was like, really? I was like, yeah. Like, and that in that moment I thought, okay,
Yeah.
that's a great thing to be proud
She
of,
didn't
but
last long, did she,
no,
as
no,
well?
no, no.
Um,
But it was just quite a funny moment.
yeah. I think it's interesting, like, the constant grind piece. Like, I do think, it is really, perhaps you don't realize it so much when you're working for others.
Hmm.
You're kind of just maybe turning up and you're kind of doing your job. But I think, yeah, for us or for business owners, founders, maybe entrepreneurs too. But I think there is that constant grind piece.
Hmm.
Like, people I think often ask founders for advice as well. Like,
Hmm.
if they're thinking about starting a business. And my first response is always like, don't do it.
Yeah. Well, I am actually
Like,
the opposite. I'm at,
yeah, you're a Simon Squib. Like, just go for it. Leave your job right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I'm
Right
just
now.
like, yeah, quit everything, go.
Yeah.
I guess for me, I always struggled working for a business because I didn't feel invested,
Mm,
and I feel invested. I would never have worked out of hours for a company that I worked for, but
nice.
now now I have to now I have to,
Mm,
but also want to at times, and I think I like it goes back to that drive piece, that goal piece is like actually, if I'm not willing to do this, then why should I expect someone else
yeah.
to do it? Um,
I think that's why I give people the thing of like, don't do it.
yeah.
Like, because it is just constant
Hmm.
and, it's a different type of pressure.
Yeah.
So unless like you just really want to do it, and this isn't, I think everyone's advice is different on these things. No
Hmm.
one's right or wrong. But yeah, my thing is always just like, unless you want it so bad, like,
Hmm.
don't bother. But then, interestingly, I'd say the way you started your own business was probably the opposite to that. It wasn't this big desire.
Hmm.
It was probably a bit more like, time, chance,
Hmm.
and kind of give it a go. So there is no right or wrong way,
Hmm.
at the end of the day. So, yeah.
There you go.